Hey everyone, welcome to Sims World. In this episode, I have two things happening. One thing being revolving around Sabrina. Oh, actually, both these things kind of revolve around Sabrina, but one thing that it is today is a little bit of a side holiday type of thing, not a serious one, but it's free circus day, which means that these guys will get to go away from the home and for a little bit of time for free and get to go see the circus. And I think that they would be kind of like a cool little holiday type of thing that they could do. So they might be doing that, and they're actually inviting along Makoa to come along with them because Makoa and Sabrina have been really hitting it off as of lately. And so we're gonna go ahead and invite him in. And they right now these guys are listed as friends, but I think that in the last episode that they really did start hitting it off really well. Like they are starting to definitely step out of the bounds of being more of maybe there's something a little bit more than friendship here between us. And she does know that he has a daughter and she wants to meet her as well. But um she's like, so all the family is actually heading out to the circus. I know your daughter is currently visiting her mother, but would you like to come with us? And okay, hold on a minute. I meant to add him to a but these guys are going to go ahead and attend the thing together. Even though it's not on the list we're going to say he came with. But, so, I'll be back once they get back from the circus. Okay, they're all back now. Including Makoa, who got back a little bit earlier than normal, because he's actually swimming in our back porch. So, I think these guys are close enough to be just jumping ahead in the pool, but I did get a notification that Tagaloa has his first day at his new job of being a lifeguard. In the last episode, we did go ahead and get him ready to go to work. He's going to go ahead and check up on Kai, though, but Kai is a little bit tired. So Kai, why don't you go ahead and head to bed real quick, so you can head to bed. But let's go ahead and get started with what I had planned for this episode. So Sabrina is obviously a witch, and she has decided that it's time for her to actually do something that she feels is right. We have to give Jace a bath, but and that is, she has decided in her head that she's not really focused on um her magical skill anymore. She really doesn't want it anymore. And she's been reading online that there is something called being a supreme. And what that means is if you are a supreme, then you are probably one of the most powerful witches in the world, if not the most powerful witch or warlock in the world. She has this really realized that that actually supreme would actually be her. So she has the power to take away and give away powers. Um, and so she has decided that it'd be best for her to actually age up. Because she said about she wants to be able to be and live her life with Makoa that she really wants to be, really wants to have. And so she's talked it over with these guys, and they're like, if that's truly what you want, then we can definitely do that, but I wouldn't rush into things. But there's another thing that she has planned, and that is she's going to be giving away her powers. And that's something that a lot of people will be like, well, why? Why would you want to give that away? But she's realizing that she doesn't really want the powers. And just like Makoa did, Makoa used to have powers as well, but he's decided to give them away for some sort of reason. We don't know that reason yet, but she has decided to give away her powers as well and live her life as a mortal. So she's going to go ahead and age up. So she's going to enchant this cake with the power to actually age her up quicker. So that she can ask Makoa to be her boyfriend. And then she has decided that it'd be probably best for them to actually get to know each other in a way that might sound a little bit ludicrous. Like, she does know this person, guys. Like, she's not just jumping into a relationship with him. But she truly feels something for Makoa, and she wouldn't feel otherwise like this. But she has a surprise, and this was something I touched on in the last episode, that she had a surprise for everybody, but I wanted to wait for everyone to know that surprise. So she's enchanting the cake and making a magical cake that allows her to age up earlier than her actual birthday, because if you look on the calendar here, she's not set to age up till here, and that's a little bit of ways away yet. So she'll be aging up before her brother, but she has decided that it's probably best to do it this way. So she enchanted the cake and it's baking and all that. So now, once it's done, she can add the enchantment candles, and she can go ahead and enchant herself up to a young adult. So she's adding the enchantment candles now. The only problem with enchanting spells or aging spells that she does not know is that she would technically still only have the mind of the age that you are supposed to be, which means she's actually only supposed to be a teenager, so she has the mind field of a teenager. So she's gotten a little bit of the bug of that. So, and now she has to go ahead and reveal to Ambrose her plan, because Ambrose does not know, but everybody else does. So she's gonna go ahead and reveal to her his plan, and then talk with him some more. And he's like, you're what? You're doing what? He's like, I think that this would be best for me, and it's best for you. You knew about the enchantment thing, but you didn't know that I'm passing my powers over to you. And I have my powers all embodied into this. So she's given up her powers to him there, and now Ambrose is a warlock, and he's definitely starting to feel a little bit more powerful. As you can see, he's gotten all these good moodlets and all that. He's happy for once, and I think that Sabrina's realized that that's what it takes for Ambrose to be happy, but she doesn't need that to be happy. She needs Makoa, which is something that she quickly realized, and so she's gonna actually head on over to Makoa's place. I believe he's not far from our house, and she's gonna head on over to his place, and she will talk to him and see if he feels like they're ready in their relationship to take it to the next level. So I'll be back once we get there. First things first, this is his daughter, Nani. So she is going to go ahead and introduce herself to her. And then she's going to go ahead and talk with Makoa and, like, officially ask Makoa, I know that you just got out of a relationship recently, but so his daughter seems to really like Sabrina. She's receptive to replying to her without being any. And Makoa is definitely single, which she already kind of knew that, but. And Nani's really getting into it as well. And Nani's like, so you are the girl that my dad keeps talking about. And it's kind of embarrassing Makoa in a way, but I think it's kind of cute. And so she's like, so I did something that I think I really needed to do. And I gave away my powers to my brother. And I know that you did the same thing because of some reason, and I don't want to step on your toes or anything, but I think that I wanted to know why. And she's like, he said, I fell in love with Nani's mother, and Nani's mother knew about the magic, and I knew that I couldn't use my magical powers for while being in her with her, because she didn't really like it. So I had to choose magic or her, and I gave up my magical powers to my cousin, and so that's where I got rid of mine. But he said, "You gave away your powers?" And she's like, "Yes, I actually did it myself." And he's like, "So you're the Supreme?" She's like, "Yeah, I found that out. I don't know how or whatever." He's like, "Well, there's 3 ways to become a Supreme. You have to either do this, you have to either come back to life from being dead completely, or you have to be born from a Supreme, or you have to be a pure soul of goodness and perform a goodness act before." And ultimately, I think it could be the goodness act before, but actually, it was the fact that she was born from a Supreme. And Makoa's like, "So what was that kiss for? Like, that had nothing to do with everything?" So I'm trying to see if he's going in or if he's going out back. Hold on a minute. So these guys are definitely getting hot and heavy. Like, they're definitely getting together. And so he's like, "What was that really like? What were these kisses and all that about?" And she's like, "I realized something that I don't need to have magic to be happy. I need to be with you to be happy, and you make me happy." So she's like, "I know this seems rushed, and I know that things may be a little bit weird for you to do it this way, but I know that I want you, Makoa, and I know you care about me. Would you marry me?" And he's like, "Yes, absolutely yes." So this is definitely a little bit different thing than I normally do with storylines, but these guys are engaged to be married already, and so he's like, "Well, if we're married, then I think that if we are gonna get married, you need to be here." And she's like, "If that's what you want." So she is effectively moving out of the household, guys. She is moving in with Makoa. That does not mean that we are not going to have her a part of the series here and there. And we're not going to keep in touch with her. What I've decided to do is every so many episodes of Sims World will actually be here with Makoa and them because they're in the same location. So again, like I might do one this time, and then next week I might jump in with Makoa and them, and then the following week after that go back to Noah and them. Kind of like a revolving week thing, but we'll see how things go. But she's already smitten, I think, with Makoa, and I think Nani really likes her as well. And these guys are definitely going to go ahead and get married in the near future. And I think she's truly found her loved one, and that's what she realized in her heart. And her heart stated that She doesn't need magical powers like Ambrose needs. She just wants to be happy with Makoa, and she's found that out. That it indeed is Makoa that's going to make her happy and not magical powers. So she has passed her power of being the supreme over to Makoa, which means Makoa is in a supreme, which means he is a very powerful warlock, and he can pretty much do anything that he wants to do. Okay, so we're back here now, guys. And these guys already know that Sabrina had moved in with Makoa, and they're absolutely excited for her. Ambrose, though, I think he's feeling a lot more happier now that he is indeed a Supreme, but he's also having a little bit of like he doesn't know how to feel, because he doesn't want the family to feel like he's only happy because Sabrina moved out. But I think the family already knows that he's happy because he got his powers that he's always wanted. And I don't know how he managed this, but he made spoiled hot dogs on the thing. I don't know. Anywho, though, he has somehow figured out a way that he could bring back a couple people from the past. And one in particular, while we were gone, he had used his powers that that Sabrina didn't realize that she could do again. And that is he brought back someone very special to this family that definitely needs somewhere. And so he has him coming over now that he has resurrected him. But when they get resurrected, they don't get resurrected in the same house that the person is in. They get resurrected in a unknown location. And he's like, Noah, why don't you go and answer the door? So yes, guys, indeed he did bring back Jonah, which means Jonah is back. And this time we will finally have Jonah's arc officially come to an end. Because Jonah is brought back as an adult, but he's not off of being an elder. But he's like, so how did... Wait, I thought that you were gone for good, and now... And he's like, Ambrose brought me back, but he wasn't able to restore me fully power to when I was younger. But he got me enough time to spend a little bit of time with you guys and live out my life the way that it was. And he's like, so where are you gonna stay? Like, we don't know. And he's like, he said, Noah, I really don't know. He said, just, he said, I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. He said, where's Sabrina? And she's like, well, Sabrina had given up her powers to Ambrose. That's how he brought you back. And so he's like, well, he said, I think I owe Ambrose definitely a thank you for allowing me back. And so Noah has offered Jonah to actually stay here, guys. He is moving in here. He will be sleeping in Sabrina's old room. So Jonah will be a part of the Sims World Series once again, guys. Jonah is back, and he is here to stay until the end is actually happening. So he's what Ambrose didn't realize though is obviously he's tired out because he's because of that, so he's actually at school, but he's really tired at school. But another person that he really wants to bring back, but he has to wait to do it because his powers are kind of low right now because they kind of run on like a up and down scale, that is his father, which is Michael, which he really never had a good relationship with because Michael was always kind of the evil person because of, so he never really knew who his true father was. Like, he knew it was Michael, but Michael wasn't really Michael. It was he was possessed by Morgan, and Morgan caused a lot more damage to this family than healing it. So Michael had decided to take his own life a little while ago and be eaten by a cow plant, but which is actually in a version like a Venus flytrap. He was eaten by one of them, and he was actually able to be kept. So Noah had kept him in an urn for the kids if they wanted to see him, but he has to wait in order to bring him back because of his powers right now, need recharging type of thing. But with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And like I said, in the next episode, I'll be over with Sabrina and them. And like I said, I'll be going back and forth between Sabrina and them and this family here. But Jonah is back. Sabrina has given up her powers to Ambrose, and she has decided to live the mortal life with Makoa as not only his girlfriend, but his fiance right now. And they are planning on getting married, and they have a little family already planned. They want to have kids, another kid, and only time will tell if that will happen or not. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.